Imagine that you have experienced a horrible event in your life. Your husband or child has been accused of killing someone, or perhaps it was your loved one that was killed. In this horrible event, it wears on you emotionally, spiritually, and physically, and the whole family has to walk through this together. Some families are actually torn apart because of it. Your family, your life, and many others are touched by this event, and you'll never be the same because of it. Now many years have gone by, and you managed to pass through that event, and you've somehow been able to move on, and you are watching CNN, and you see that your past experience that you had to go through is there for all to see. But there's a twist to it. The photos that they're showing are heartbreaking, not only because it immediately puts you right back to the day and the time of all of those personal events that changed your life forever, but as you look at the photos, you see in horror the choice the artist has made to use as models for this. Today I'm talking about a collection of photos that a Canadian artist, Jonathan Hobbin, has released. It's called In the Playroom. He began working on this project in 2007, and it was revealed this September. His work can be seen in many galleries. They've been described as controversial and sometimes disturbing. I chose this topic today because I feel like people need to know about Jonathan Hobbin's photos, and that he's taking of children and shedding light on the impact that these children can have now and later on in life. And that he says that his main concern is about the children. However, he's putting children in a position to be victimized, as well as re-victimizing the initial families and loved ones of the incident. Hobbin's message, however, he says, is that kids see what's going on in the media. There's pictures and video everywhere, and that they do notice them, they do see them, and he says that no matter how much parents try to protect them, they still see these things, and that these photos are really for the adults to open up dialect and to open up conversation between you and your child. I, however, feel that he is putting children in a situation to be victimized because of the photos that he's taking. I have a photo that he has. It's called American Idol. It's called American Idol, and it's of JonBenet Ramsey. She was a 6-year-old that was found murdered in her own home in Boulder, Colorado, 8 hours after she was reported missing in December of 1996. Much media attention was focused on her involvement in child beauty pageants, her parents' possible part in her death, possible sexual abuse, and various unusual aspects of the case, along with questions regarding the way the police handled the case. If you notice in the picture, she's wearing a beauty pageant dress, adorned with a crown and a banner across her chest, and she's, having an act of strangling herself. She also has a pair of panties down on her ankle, and there's actual photos of JonBenet in the background. And I just can't imagine, as a parent or someone as a loved one of JonBenet, and seeing this kind of photo, it seems like it is inappropriate and over the top. That it would be very upsetting to see if this was your loved one that this had happened to, or your family. When Hobbin was asked about the photo, he didn't give a clear answer. He scampered over his words quickly, switching the focus to how he had worked very closely with the model's parents and had their full support. Putting children in situations that later could affect them negatively, and exploiting the children was, of course, not his intent at all. At the CNN interview, they actually had a child psychiatrist, and his concern was that it was very inappropriate to put a child in this situation, and that she must have known what she was doing and what she must have had an understanding of what that photo was something about. She may not have known she was John Bonet, but he was concerned that it could affect her later. As a parent, I would want to know, well, what do these parents of these children have to say? And the parents were just saying, they're models, this is what they do. Jonathan Hobben is just recreating art. They didn't feel there would be any concern. So today, in doing the main topic of my speech was just that the children are being put in situations that are uncomfortable and that is inappropriate, and that they're being victimized in such a way with some of these photos, and not also to the families that went through the event initially, that they are being re-victimized by these photos and having them out. And I believe that Jonathan Hobben's main concern is for his own fame, and the controversial photos are to promote himself, and that his main concern is not for the children. Thank you for listening to me.